everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's been about a week since I last posted, and I've just gotten so busy at work and I've been so tired when I've been coming home that I haven't really had a chance to sit down and film some videos for you. And I'm not about to just sit down and film a quickie. That doesn't work for me. I definitely want to put a lot of time and effort into these reviews before I post anything. So I just want to say I'm sorry for not posting in a little while, but I am back and I have quite the review for you. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me tease out what my next video was going to be, and I really wanted to take my time to play around with this particular palette slash collection because it does come from one of my favorite brands. And of course, I'm talking about this, the Lorac I Love Brunch eyeshadow palette as well as collection. If you're interested in finding out what I think about this collection, make sure you keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you love me. Oh, my head feels so good right now. I've actually had my hair up for most of the week, which is pretty funny because I don't usually keep my hair up for long periods of time because it tends to give me a headache. And I just washed and styled my hair today and it feels so good to have it down. Like it's not being pulled and my scalp isn't strained like right at the back. It feels awesome. Anyways, I digress. As you know, Lorac recently launched the I Love Brunch collection, and I was fortunate enough to get my hands on it. Now, this is definitely a different type of collection for Lorac. I don't think they normally go in the pastel direction. They normally work with more warm tone and cool tone colors that are very wearable for any time of the day, as well as any occasion. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little conflicted when I saw this collection at Ulta. I didn't know if I should pick it up or if I should just leave it. It didn't look like something that would be entirely wearable for me, but because I love Lorac and everything that the brand usually produces, I thought I'm gonna get my hands on this and I'm gonna test it out, and that is exactly what I have done. So let's start by talking about the eyeshadow palette. I love how holographic this packaging is. They've redesigned this particular packaging so it's not just your standard cardboard packaging anymore. It is a little sturdier and I love the hollow. And then when you open this palette up, you've got a nice large mirror there. Sorry for blinding you. And then you have 16 colors in this eyeshadow palette. These are all pastel colors and they are the normal pro formula that Lorac has for its eyeshadows. So these can be worn wet or dry. It is a nice sort of creamy and buttery formula, but there are a couple of shadows in here that are a little on the powderier side. And all I would say is just make sure you do your eye look before you put on your foundation in order to avoid any extra fallout on your cheeks. While all of these colors are beautiful, they're not typically the colors that I would gravitate towards on a regular basis. And I don't think this is a palette that you can create an entire look from, although what I do have on my eyes today is entirely this palette here, except for a transition color, which I did go into a Morphe palette for. So that is the only caveat, but I use all the colors from this palette here, and it wasn't that easy, at least for me, to create this look. It did take a little bit of toying around with, and I did go a little bit brighter because I thought I would just channel a little bit of spring, and it's a beautiful day in Toronto right now, so I thought, why not? Anyhow, that's all to say that I think you do need a complementary palette to this in order to create a couple of different looks. You can't just throw this into your travel bag and think that you can get an entire look out of it every single time. These aren't your average colors that you would use on a day-to-day basis. Having said that though, I do love some of these colors. One of my favorites is Avocado Toast. It is this beautiful bright teal color. It is what I have on my eyes today. This color is so pigmented and beautiful. It just stands out so nicely. One of the other complementary colors to that is Eggs Benny. It is more of a green, cool tone color with a little bit of sparkle. I like layering this on top of Avocado Toast because I feel like it gives it a little bit of extra kick. Couple of other colors that I love just because they are highlighting shades is gluten-free, which is this beautiful pearlescent white color here. It reminds me of one of the matte colors. I think it's nylon. It's very, very frosty and beautiful. And then there's Moonlight, which is more of a yellow toned highlight. I think this is just as nice as gluten-free, but it's a little more subdued. Hopefully you can see that there. Both colors though offer beautiful, beautiful shimmer. I think French Toast, which is this cool tone sort of gray color at the bottom here, is also another beautiful color, but I'm not sure how to use this one yet. I think this is gonna end up being an all over the lid color, or maybe something you would put in your crease, although I don't really like putting a lot of shimmers into my crease. The other color that I thought was absolutely stunning was Smoothie. Smoothie is a beautiful, bright purple color. This one here will stand out so nicely. It's a little more boom in your face. Beautiful, beautiful pop of color for the spring. And it's a little bit more bright than Lavender is, which is the first color in this palette. This one here is just a little more muted, a little more cool tone, but still very, very beautiful and wearable. A lot of people gravitate right towards this blue because it seems to stand out in this lot. This is a really nice periwinkle blue. It is really nice when you apply, but it's definitely not a color that you would turn to on a regular basis. One of the colors in this palette that I really didn't like, and it's only because it didn't really show up on my skin tone, was Jelly Donut. It is a very soft pink. I found it didn't really have that much pigment in it, and I didn't quite know what to do with it except maybe use it as a transition color. But even then, it was just meh. Overall, I really like this palette. I think it is fun to have, but it is going to be a little more tricky to create different looks with it. It's not one that I would reach for on a regular basis, but it's definitely pretty if you do want to display it on your vanity. When you purchase this palette, it does come with a beautiful dual-ended brush. I did use this today to create this look. The bristles are really, really soft. You have a really nice crease blender right here, and then more of a flat top brush here that you can apply your all over lid color with, but you can still use it even to blend out your lower lash line. So a very beautiful brush. The eyeshadow palette also comes with a Lorac eye primer. I absolutely love this. If you are looking for something that will make your makeup bulletproof, I highly recommend this primer here. Alongside the eyeshadow palette, there were 3 highlighters, I believe, that were released, as well as 3 different lipsticks and lip glosses. I did pick up this highlighter here. This is in the shade Limelight. It looks like a very luminescent mint color, a mint sort of teal color, if you will. It is beautiful, but I don't think I would be using this as a highlight because when I was applying it, it really did look like a green sort of highlight on my cheeks, and that's not exactly the look I'm going for. From far away, this looks okay, but when you do come up close, you do start to see the green tint to it. Instead, I actually like using this for eyeshadow, and I did throw this on top of my avocado toast on my eyeshadow just to brighten it up a little bit more, and it's wearing beautifully. And just so you guys can see it, there it is. It is incredibly pigmented. I'm just going to apply it onto the back of my hand, blend it out a little bit, and there it is right there. So it's got a beautiful finish to it. It is a little more on the powdery side, but it blends out really, really nicely. But you can probably see sort of the green tint to it. From the lipstick and lip gloss collection, I did pick up one of each. I picked up the shades Barista. So the shade Barista is the nude color that they have. And I thought these nudes would be beautiful because they did lean a little more towards a pinky peach color, as you can see right there with the lipstick. Oh, these do smell like a MAC lipstick. I've always loved that about the Alter Ego lipsticks from Lorac. But this shade here, I really wasn't impressed with when I applied it. It swatches beautifully, but the minute I put it on my lips, it just accentuated all of the lines in my lips. It didn't seem to work with my skin tone. I was just disappointed with this color. The formula of this is beautiful and I love a lot of the other Lorac lipsticks, but this color in particular is just not working for me. Now, you know, I never give up on a product this easily, so what I've been doing lately is trying to play around with this color and sort of do a bit of an ombre effect. So put a darker color on my lips and then just use this in the middle to highlight the center of my lips, make it look a little more pouty. So that's kind of how I've been playing with the lipstick. I spent money on it, I'm gonna damn well use it. And the lip gloss, it does have an angled doe foot applicator. It smells the same way that the lipsticks do, and I've gotta say, I do prefer the gloss over the lipstick. I think it does give you still a really nice opaque finish, but it's a little more sheer, and I like the shine that comes with it. I think this is a lot more wearable than this particular lipstick here. What I like about the formula is that it's not overly sticky, so you're not always clamping your lips shut and then having to like really pry them open. But you do have to reapply the lip gloss because, as you know, with most lip glosses, they don't have a huge wear time just because of the nature of the product. So in terms of the lip products, I would go with the lip glosses if you're really looking to buy something from this collection over the lipsticks. I would pass on the highlighters, and the eyeshadow palette is a toss-up. If those are the kinds of colors you really want to play with for the spring, then by all means. If they're not, then I would say pass. There are other Lorac palettes that are just as beautiful and probably a lot more practical to use. And that's it for me and this review. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please do give this video a big thumbs up. It definitely helps me out a lot. And when I see a big thumbs up, I always know that you guys are enjoying these videos, so I keep making these types of reviews for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And if you'd like, you can also connect with me on social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will link everything in the description box below for you. Thanks again for watching. I hope you are all having an amazing spring and warm day no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.